Microsoft has the ultimate opportunity to be the voice of gaming, with Sony bowing out of E3 this year. E3 2019 may be the biggest E3 in gaming history, with huge announcements, long-awaited new games for Xbox, and new ways to play that may change gaming forever. Microsoft has much to prove. In fact, this E3 in 2019 may be the turning point for Xbox and Microsoft. But will it be enough? This is Colt Eastwood. Thank you for checking in. We've got a lot of games and leaks to cover, so before we get started, like and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to be notified of new content as it rolls in. I'll show as much as I can to illustrate what we know and all the information we are getting from insiders. So let's get into what to expect from Xbox at E3 2019. Xbox E3 2019 is all about Xbox. You'll hear a lot of talk going forward about the Xbox gaming presence at E3 this year. Bethesda and Ubisoft will put on massive shows, but all eyes will be on Xbox, and for good reason. It's up to Xbox to showcase the leading edge technology, and eyes on Xbox to see if they will bring the brand back in a big way. Everything will kick off with a continuation of Xbox's biggest game for 2019 in Gears 5. Gears has been a hallmark of the Xbox brand, and Gears 5 promises to be bigger in every way than any other Gears game before it. Kate is the main central character, telling her story as she struggles to find her allegiance with the Cogs and her lost mother. The Coalition, the team behind Gears 5, promises to take risks and make Gears bigger than it's ever been, bringing Kate and her story into a more open world with new vehicles, traversal, and weapons. On Xbox One X, the Coalition is striving to bring Gears 5 up to 4K 60, which most likely translates to a dynamic, high-resolution at 60 FPS presentation. And for those that have played Gears 4 in performance mode, know that Gears 5 may end up being one of the best-looking games this generation. They will showcase the new multiplayer, competitive, and cooperative modes, much like Halo Warzone Firefight, with massive maps full of enemies and bosses. Gears 5 offers something for everyone: story, visuals, gameplay, and competitive head-to-head modes. Gears 5 will get a release date for around October 2019. Ori is an award-winning side-scrolling platformer in the Metroidvania style. Ori combines tight, responsive, satisfying platforming and combat with heart-touching storytelling and soundscapes. Fans of Ori have been patiently waiting for the sequel to Blind Forest, and we'll see what Moon Studios has done to improve the series. Ori and the Will of the Wisps will get a release date for early fall 2019. Battletoads is yet another quiet, hiding big IP from Xbox, with little more than an animated logo teaser for last year's E3. Expectations are high for this beloved series from the early 90s, and D-La-La and Microsoft Studios will finally show us what they have been creating for the Battletoads reboot, with a release date pushed into early 2020. Don't expect much more from this 2.5D side-scrolling action game other than a price tag of around $30 and brutally difficult combat and hilarious animations. Since Xbox is the biggest voice for E3 of gaming outside of Bethesda and Ubisoft, expect some absolutely massive multi-platform games to get PlayStation, Xbox, and PC gamers excited. Gearbox's Borderlands 3 will hit the Microsoft stage. Borderlands 3 looks much improved visually and gameplay-wise, and playing at 60 FPS on the X will be a treat for any Borderlands fan that played the Handsome Collection and the remaster of the original this year. Jedi Fallen Order by Respawn will draw a lot of attention, with a world premiere of gameplay of this massive new Star Wars action-adventure game. Respawn's direction with Titanfall 2's campaign will give us a great outlook of how Jedi Fallen Order will play out, possibly for late 2019, but maybe early 2020. Xbox Game Studios' Obsidian will prove their weight with the multi-platform reveal of gameplay for this year's RPG a la Fallout in space called The Outer Worlds. The game is gorgeous, colorful, and brings storytelling and character building to Xbox, PC, and PlayStation consoles. And it will be interesting to see what Obsidian is working on for Xbox next generation. CD Projekt Red will be on the Xbox stage yet again to showcase more Cyberpunk 2077, with a year of refinement as it will look on the Xbox One X and PC. Cyberpunk is one of the generation's biggest games and will most likely be slated for a release in early 2020. But before they fade out, CD Projekt Red will tease their next brand new IP due out to release sometime in 2022 on next generation consoles. Capcom, they're not down and out, with proof being Resident Evil 2 and Devil May Cry this year being runaway successes. Dead Rising isn't down and out either, and Capcom is ready to tease an all-new Dead Rising 5 with a refocus on what made the creative undead crowd control the pinnacle of zombie games. Lessons have been learned from 3 and 4, and let's hope that Dead Rising 5 is a return to what made the series so incredibly fun. Last, but certainly not least, for multi-platform world premieres, is the return of Sam Fisher for an all-new Splinter Cell reboot. A culmination of everything from the series that made Sam Fisher an icon next to greats like Metal Gear and James Bond. Splinter Cell will be a next-generation title, but fans have been waiting for this for several years. But Xbox's E3 in 2019 will be remembered for showcasing the most unique and exclusive content only available from Xbox Game Studios for Xbox and Windows PC. Playground Games have been hard at work on DLC for Forza Horizon 4 with a rumored late summer release of Hot Wheels Season 2. For those that missed Hot Wheels in Forza Horizon 3, this collection of hot rods and plastic tracks, tubes and ramps, and boost pads made Forza Horizon the absolute best racer in decades. But everyone is gathered at E3 to see what Playground Games' second team has been working on in secret, and this is Fable 4. Xbox hasn't made a proper exclusive RPG in years, and as Lionhead Studios has strayed from what made Fable so great, it will be refreshing to see what Playground has in mind for Fable. Expect a massive, beautiful world, more refined characters, and punchy combat mixed with gorgeous spells and frighteningly fantastic enemies. We may see a surprise online mode in the vein of Fable Legends to keep players engaged in the new Fable long after the campaign playthroughs are done. Fable 4 is not coming to Xbox and PC anytime soon, but expect it for early next generation. Ninja Theory, the talent behind Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice and Enslaved: Odyssey to the West, has been hard at work on a new game releasing exclusively to Xbox Game Studios on Xbox and Windows PC. Bleeding Edge is a cooperative multiplayer story-based interplanetary action-adventure game with melee and shooter combat. A gameplay trailer of unfinished visual work for Bleeding Edge leaked last month, and it looks like a mix of Warframe, Destiny, and Earth Defense with gigantic alien creatures. It is rumored to be story-focused with online cooperative play with up to 3 friends, and it will be interesting to see what Ninja Theory is putting together under the funding of Xbox Game Studios. Bleeding Edge is most likely a 2020 title. From the creators of BioShock and System Shock comes Void Bastards. Exclusive to Xbox and PC, a first-person, cel-shaded survival space shooter ripped right from a pulp comic book. Void Bastards is full of explosive humor and color with crafting, gadgets, and hacking in a vibrant spaceport. Void Bastards will release day and date included in Xbox Game Pass this year. Fans have been waiting for a remaster or X-enhancement of Halo Reach for a long time, and owners of the Halo Master Chief Collection will finally get their eyes on the swan song of Bungie's Halo before they left to create Destiny. Arguably one of the best Halos in the series, refined and varied and heartfelt until the very end, Reach is being readied post E3 for Xbox and Windows PC, and even on Steam. Halo is coming back in a big way, returning to PC in the first time in almost 20 years, and this will segue into a long-awaited gameplay reveal of Halo Infinite for 2020 on next-generation hardware and an all-new engine. Halo Infinite promises to bring back the original charm and wonder that made the original Halo games so iconic, with a bigger world to explore and battle in. The The story will be explicitly centered around Master Chief and his fight to save humanity and even life forms that surround the Halo universe. It's here we will see the first peek at Halo Infinite's new multiplayer modes and the scope of this massive game on the next generation Xbox and powerful gaming PCs. Expect to see a release for Halo Infinite to coincide with the release of the next generation consoles. This is the moment when Phil Spencer will finally unveil the next generation family of consoles that will push the Xbox into a whole new era. The focus for Xbox is choice, power, and performance, and all new adventures with a promise for all new games. Xbox Game Studios will be releasing new games about once a season out of the 15 studios hard at work for Microsoft. All of this will be powered by a 12 teraflop Zen 2 and Navi-based superpowered console capable of playing most new games at high frame rates. Microsoft will unveil two consoles, one price for entry level and one price for a premium gaming experience. Phil Spencer will be very vague on the specifications for the next Xbox consoles, but the point here will be to direct future Xbox customers to the hardware they want at a price that they desire. The next generation Xbox experience will be accented by two major services: 200 games in Xbox Game Pass and the all-new XCloud service. Here, Microsoft will reveal how XCloud will work in the ecosystem, possibly bundling XCloud for $15 a month with Xbox Live Gold and Game Pass. XCloud will be demonstrated with very low latency compared to Google Stadia and with much more content available on XCloud than Stadia will have at launch. The generation is largely over for Sony and Microsoft's console, but a console or platform is all about the bigger picture, a continuation of the ecosystem and content on offer. Xbox had a slump of downtime in 2017 and 2018, but the future is definitely shining bright with new studios, several new projects in the works, and more ways to play the games at their very best with the world's most powerful consoles in the Xbox One X and upcoming Xbox Anaconda, and playing where and when you want with XCloud. Microsoft set the tone of where gaming is heading into the future, and we'll see in the coming year how the rest of the industry plans to follow suit. This is Colt Eastwood. Thank you so much for watching. E3 is just a month away, and I'm looking forward to this year's E3 more than any other. But now for E3 2019, I have been invited to Xbox Fan Fest and the Xbox Media Briefing. So I will be reporting on how all this experience is when I get back. It's truly an honor to be invited and recognized for the work I've done on this channel over the past couple years. And I have to give most of my thanks, almost all of my thanks, to all of you who have tuned into the channel each week, watch my content and share it with friends, and it really makes the hard work pay off. If you're new here and you want to join the channel, like and subscribe to get weekly information, inside news, and game updates. Add me at Colt Eastwood on Twitter and Xbox if you'd like to message me directly. If not, I'll see you in the comment section, and I'll be watching the conversation unfold there because I do all of this so I can interact with the community in a hobby that I love so much. So while you're there talking about what you like and what you don't, please, for everyone's sake, be nice.